All right, how are you?
Doing all right.
That's good. I'm glad to hear you're doing all right, Vivian. Want to know how I'm doing?
Yeah, I do.
I'm doing great.
Excellent.
I can't wait to play some more My Darling's Embrace.
Me neither.
This time by actually loading the file that we're going to play instead of starting a new game and needing to reset, and don't worry about it.
I see.
Right, so this was our Rush cover band that was happening in this route?
Think so.
Gonna do a nice performance of Tom Sawyer. Much like what happened at Radicon, Moeka and I find ourselves on the receiving end of a scolding. We scurry away from Yadabayashi Shrine like the remnants of a defeated army. Oh, right, we're cryptid hunting.
Yeah.
For the mag. Yeah. It's already past midnight. Look, it's already late. How about we call it for today, Shining Finger? Shining Finger?
Nope, you have to treasure your mom and dad.
I thought it was Moeka texting us from... Oh, rude.
Just one more place.
Huh?
My last resort.
You have a resort? You got a resort. What are you doing in this business of the cryptid journalism,
it's my
right?
Last one.
What?
My last one.
Oh, fair enough. Moeka stands up and starts to walk. With little choice, I follow after her. What do you mean, little choice? You have all the choice in the world here, buddy. What is this place? She had led me to an apartment building that looked like it'd seen some rough times over the years. It's basically a 2-story shack made of wood. Stairs and other metal bits are covered in rust. The amateur paint job makes it all look that much worse. We're already 10 years into the 21st century, but this place looks like it's been frozen in time since the 1970s.
This is my place.
What?
The second floor. Come up.
Wait, but... I hesitate. Sure, this is for work, but is it really okay for me to barge into a woman's room this late at night? I don't know, Okabe. Is it really okay for you to do that?
To be fair, it wasn't late at night.
Does that make it better? Does that make it better?
No, but it answers this particular question.
Okay, fine. I mean, what if Kiryu Papa, name subject to change, or Kiryu Boyfriend, name subject to change, are there? Is that what Okabe default names people he doesn't know to? You are name of person in relation to that person.
Don't worry, I live alone.
That's... Oh, really? Then that's good. Well, wait, what am I saying?
Huh?
I mean, like, it's late, right? Are you sure it's okay for me to come in? Moeka takes out her cell phone, types something up, and sends it over.
It's okay. Haha. Music note. Oh, Okabe-kun, you silly head. Don't worry, I trust you, Slime Man.
I love how we're still doing the Slime Man gag, even though it doesn't make sense anymore.
And anyway, you're not into older women, right? You're into young, cute girls like Sheena-san and Makise-san, right? I bet that's because their skin is so soft and their hair is all shiny. Their legs are nice and smooth, and I bet they even smell nice when they sweat. Geez, I'm making myself depressed. Anyway, you're not gonna try anything funny with me, right?
There's this whole scene just apologizing for the fact that Moeka got, like, no positive characterization during Steins Gate. Like, think about every character that we got. Like, sure, she was sympathetic, sure, but, like, when you think about the totality of her characterization, it comes down to easily manipulated by large groups of people, by groups of people with authority. It's like, how am I supposed to react to this? Also, she's like 20. Like, settle down. Older woman. Jesus Christ. Stop. You're 20. Jesus Christ, Moeka. Naturally, if I tell her I won't, she'll probably be pretty upset. But if I say the opposite, that's basically like telling her I'm going to try something skeevy. damn it. Why do women always have to send such annoying texts? Women in their texts. Women are the only people that send annoying texts. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Well, it's a fact we learned in Steins Gate: My Darling's Embrace.
It's okay.
If you say so. All right, you say so.
Up these stairs.
All right, say so. Wait, what the fuck is that even from? I just realized that I've had that.
You've forgotten? That's from Borderlands 2.
Is it from 2?
Yeah.
I thought it was a Borderlands. I didn't remember which game it was from though. But yep. All right, you say so. I really should replay Borderlands 2, shouldn't I?
Perhaps.
Yeah. In the end, I'm unable to reply at all. Because there's no reply at all. Is that Phil Collins?
I have no idea what you're doing.
You don't know reply? You don't know no reply at all?
I have absolutely no idea what you're referring to.
You don't recognize the hits of 80s pop rock wonder Philip Collins?
I believe that's what I just said twice, yeah.
I don't actually know if his name is Philip, but I choose to believe it is. I climb up the creaking stairs and onto the second floor. I'm led to a door that looks so thin and frail it would probably open if I just applied a little bit of force to it. Just gotta keep lampshading it. Okay. Apparently this is Moeka's place. This were a TV drama. This would be the part when Moeka would frantically turn to me and say, "Oh wait." Would turn to me and say,
"Oh wait, just a little bit. Just 5 minutes."
In reality, Moeka says nothing as she unlocks the door.
It's kind of messy, but...
It's alright. People always say their room is messy and it's not actually that bad.
Well,
once
you say that. Anyway, come on in.
Alright. Say so. Moeka probably has people over for meetings all the time, so I bet her apartment's fairly clean. That's not why she's not worried about inviting me in. What? The main room is about 6 tatami mats large, the kitchen being about 4.5. We gotta go look. Yeah! Oh my god, look at that iPod in the lower left-hand corner. That is a bona fide iPod and actual earbuds. No AirPods here. Wow.
Wow.
She's got the green tea bottles and all that goodness.
Okabe.
Yes?
Those aren't green tea. Please don't drink them.
What? Moeka, how are you making You know what? You know what? I don't need to know how you make your money from it. It's whatever you got to do to get by in this bitch of an world. You know, that's fine. She's got books down there in the lower hand corner. I'm just noticing.
Who has books?
Jesus, could you imagine having books in this day and age? The first thing I noticed upon setting foot inside her apartment is, well, the abundance of plastic shopping bags all over the floor. Crammed inside these bags are cans of alcohol, everything from beer to soju to wine. Making matters worse, open and unopened cans are mixed together. Did we ever get an inkling that she might be alcoholic?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Mixed together. She probably hasn't even noticed that some of them are unopened before she goes to buy more. Plastic bags full of obviously half-eaten sweets and snacks dot the eye. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Half-eaten sweets and snacks dot the corners of the room. Fortunately, unlike messy homes you always see on TV, I don't spot any empty bento boxes or raw garbage sitting around. Still, this is way more dire than I expected. Plastic shopping bags aren't even the worst of it. There are piles of books and papers that I assume she uses for research. Some of these piles have toppled over, scattering the contents all over the room. Various articles of clothing are piled on those paper avalanches, making some sort of chaotic piece of art. It almost resembles multicolored shaved ice in some sort of weird way. I'm gonna give it a lick. Wait, nope. That... Damn it. I understand how you make your money now, Moeka. Moeka is basically the perfect example of a woman who cannot clean. Oh, wait, Kursu's in the back. I just want to pull up the backlog. It's the Kursu's picture from the title screen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hardly one to talk. My room isn't exactly something to be proud of. But sure as hell ain't the surreal experience that this is. Lol got 'em. Take that, people who can't take care of your living space. Can't imagine what that's like.
Sit down wherever.
All right, if you say so. Where am I supposed to sit? Can't say this out loud, so I tidy up one of the mountains of paper and sit down atop it. I ask Moeko a question, all the while attempting not to touch anything in fear of causing a tiny avalanche. So, do things appear in this room? This is one of the places you're investigating, right? So, does that mean it's haunted? I glance around her room. Considering its long years of filth and corruption, I wouldn't be surprised if evil spirits have latched onto this place.
No, not really.
Wait, so you're saying it's just trash bin of an apartment? Wow, I'm rude.
Hey, now, you're the worst. Don't call my place a trash bin. Slime man.
There's something really surreal about what Moeka staring into your eyes, face completely unmoving, while she sends you like really like bouncy texts. You know what I mean?
Basically, well, it's not like I've ever seen ghosts or anything here, but these kinds of old apartment buildings always tend to have some kind of weird supernatural stuff, right? The slime man.
You really aren't taking this seriously, are you? What was the point of everything we went through at Radicon in the shrine?
Sorry. Didn't I just tell you this was my last resort? I didn't want to do this, slime man.
What? Oh, you didn't even have a resort? You were lying about the resort? So what is the game plan then?
This.
Moeka digs through the stuff on her table and excavates a sheet of paper out of it. It's an A4 size printout, and it seems to be something along the lines of a personal journal. Hold on, I'm going to read the background first. Bad vibe.
That's exactly what the foreground will say.
Is it though? It's
Yes.
not always the case, because sometimes they translate the
will be.
foreground differently.
I promise you.
The apartment I live in has abnormally low rent. Place gave me bad vibes from the outset, but hey, I wasn't going to complain at a price like that. However, things were off from the very first night I spent there. Whenever I try to go to sleep, I can feel someone's eyes on me, but this room is 2 stories up, so my sleepless nights continue. I finally asked my friend to come stay with me. He came at night, saw me scared out of my mind, and laughed at me. And now I can't read anymore. He then took photos of different parts of my room. Wouldn't it be funny if something showed up in them? He joked. But then, as he looked over at the photos, his face stiffened and grew pale. That's right. He caught something terrible in one of the photos. That photo. Okay, I get it now. This is the sort of story you see pop up in ghost shows on TV all the time. This is the part where they'd show the photo. I'm betting they're all forged, just like we're trying to do right now.
Let's take the picture.
Wait, hold on, Shining Finger. You're gonna photograph your room as is?
Is that bad?
Well, I mean, seriously, look at it. At this rate, her article's not going to be about ghosts. It's going to end up being a feature on women who can't clean. We're just going to harp on this. Is this the theme? is this what we're going to do? All right, cool.
You're right.
Shit, sad Moeka. Fuck.
You made me have an emotion.
Shit. We made a Moeka have an actual emotion. Oh, fuck. Things are serious now. Moeka quickly realizes what I'm trying to avoid saying directly.
I'll clean up. Wait a bit.
Just so you know, we here at 8PR aren't judging you for the cleanliness of your living space, because I get it. It's especially as a couple of people that deal with major depression. Shit sucks. I can help out.
No, just sit. This won't take long.
Moeka starts to clean her room. But the more she cleans, the messier it gets. In some weird way, she's actually kind of incredible. She tries to sort through her books. Her attention is drawn to the documents poking out from in between the pages. So she starts trying to file those, but then she notices that there's dust on the shelves where she's filing the documents. So she takes out a handy mop and starts wiping them down. Upon realizing that the handy mop she's using is already filthy, she stops attempting to file her documents and instead opens a kitchen cabinet to find a replacement head. Many of the plates in the cabinet look ready to fall, so she hurriedly takes them out in order to reorganize the cabinet. Upon noticing that the plates are still somewhat dirty, she abandons swapping out the mop head and starts vigorously scrubbing the plates at the sink. Eventually, Moeka returns to her senses.
Strange. I'm washing dishes. Why?
You got kind of a fugue state there, huh? I'll do the cleaning. You just get ready for the photo session. Unable to watch any further, I finally shout orders at her, which is, really great pal Okabe, right? Okay, good. This is workable.
Okabe-kun, you're amazing.
No, this is just normal.
What?
I was trying to look at the background again, but Moeka can't clean to save her life, but there's no way I can say that to her face. That'd just be mean. I'll just imply it instead in everything I say to her and just, judge her until she gets the message anyway. Let's see what's left. I'm just going to move this box over to the kitchen. Pick up a cardboard box that's taken up residence in a corner of the room. Oh, that's pleasant. Good room. But... sorry. The box is unexpectedly heavy, throwing me off balance. It ends up tipping over and spilling its contents all over. Oh, that was you, sorry. It was full of paperback novels. Moeka hurriedly starts to pick them up. As I help her out, I notice that they're all the exact same book.
Called it.
Yeah, we called it. Oh, it's a gay book. My Rainbow, Volume 1. Oh, it's a hardback, too.
Wow.
Ooh, impressive. That's spicy. That's what the front cover says. Huh? Wait a minute. Isn't this that popular cell phone novel Mayuri and the others mentioned before? Is this the physical edition? Take a look at the band around the book. Girls throughout Japan cried their eyes out. The definitive edition of the cell phone novel. Huh. So I guess you're a huge fan too, Shining. I cut myself off. No, there's more to it than that. No matter how big of a fan someone is, they wouldn't buy this many copies of the exact same book. Moeka hurriedly packs the books back into the box and seals the top. She then shoots me an email.
Shoot me an email.
I can kill you in 17 different ways.
Whoops. Well, it's no point in keeping it a secret now, Slime Man.
Actually, she probably could kill us in several different ways, couldn't she?
I sure could.
What?
The truth is, music note, the author of this novel is me, Slime Man.
Slime Man wrote a novel? Unable to parse what she's getting at, I sit there in shock. You wrote this?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Then that means you're the author?
That's what that word means.
Listen, I just, things are coming at me really fast right now. My R's dart back and forth between Moeka and the box of books.
Yeah.
Why? How? Whomst? Wasn't the author supposed to be a high school girl?
This is supposed to be a secret, but...
According to Moeka, the user submission site her novel was uploaded to is run by the digital contents division of the company where she works, Arc Rewrite. Apparently, Moeka also helps out on that end as well. My Rainbow was originally a cell phone novel written by a high school girl, but about halfway through the story, the young lady had ran into a wall. Her talents could take her no further. However, her novel had attracted a huge number of readers, and after some struggles, Arc Rewrite decided to continue it with Moeka as its ghost writer. Oh, that's... Yeah, okay, that's reasonable, sure.
We went hunting for cryptids, but all we found was a ghost writer. The most terrifying kind of cryptid.
That'd be a good light novel title. We went hunting for cryptids, but all we found was a ghost writer. That's funny as shit. Wow, all that went down? Color me surprised. I look at the box full of books and then back at Moeka.
Then back at the books. Then back at
And then
Moeka.
then back to Mo. And then I missed. And then I looked again. And then I missed again. I think back to a few days earlier when she refused to read My Rainbow aloud. It all makes sense now. Of course she'd be too embarrassed to read her own work in front of others. Moeka nods her head in response to my conclusion. Given the high marks it's getting from my lab mems, it sounds like a pretty interesting little novel. Never thought Shining Finger had this kind of talent. Moeka's as expressionless as ever as I compliment her, but... Moeka shows one expression, and it is worry.
Haha, tee. This is really embarrassing. Music note, but seriously, please keep this a secret between us.
I remove the cell phone from my face to look down and find that she's pointing a gun at me. She still manages to send me an email. We clean up the rest of her apartment, which means it's time to dim the lights and get ready to snap some photos. Moeka puts on her ghost makeup and dons the wig from earlier.
If only we got a Sprite.
Right? If we don't get a Sprite of Ghost Moeka, we riot.
We absolutely won't.
I know. Maybe we might get a CG, though.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
We won't, though.
Hey! I instinctively shout out. Moeka climbed out of the window. This is the second floor. What the fuck? Where is she going? Her people need her. Sorry, there was an editing job at work that needs urgent attention and you were in front of the door. Not only that, but as far as I can see, there's no terrace or veranda out there. The only thing keeping her from becoming a tragic headline is the bit of rail attached to the window frame. In other words, Moeka had to latch her hands and feet onto the protrusions on the wall. She's clinging to them like some bizarre ghost spider. Ghost spider. Spider ghost. Ghosts. There's something. Come back to me. There's something there. She proceeds to close the window and stares inside with a resentful look on her face. Ah! Yeah! Except for real this time. This is no friendly neighborhood spider woman. Look, I'm legitimately terrified, okay? You're terrifying, Shining Finger.
Hurry, take the photo. I'll fall.
That's a good one, actually.
I'm surprised we did get a CG of it.
It's the same CG they showed already in the story that she showed to us. Wait, the picture was already taken.
Do.
Moeka's agonized voice sounds like the groans of the dead wandering their way through purgatory.
Wow, thanks, buddy.
Sorry, you're selling it. You're selling it. I set up the tripod and attach the camera on top, then activate the timer. Since I'm playing the role of the apartment's resident, I have to make sure I'm on the edge of the frame. The flash shines and the shutter snaps. With backups in mind, I take several more photos. All right, the deed is done. Get back in here. I can't open the window. The terrifying spider woman opens the window and slinks back inside the room. She slumps forward, her arms and legs likely tired, and starts crawling along the floor toward me. The tangled hair covering her face reaches down to the floor. From behind the strands of hair, bloodshot eyes glare at me. What is this, a horror film? Da-ba-da-da-da-ba-da-da.
Very horrifying music, yeah.
Right? I end up taking another photo. Anyway, that's only the third time I've had to do that for money. Wait. What were times 1 and 2?
Thanks. These are good.
After removing the ghost makeup, Moeka looks at the camera screen with a satisfied expression on her face. Well, you have your amazing performance to thank for that. Think about the earlier spectacle and I feel a cold chill run down my spine. Restless nights, here I come. So, is that it then? Job all done? Bingo bango?
Yeah.
I guess I'll head back to the lab then. Back to the lab again.
Okay.
I glance up at the clock. Considering how late it is, I really shouldn't be here any longer. I stand up and turn to the entrance. It is then that Moeka suddenly grabs the sleeve of my shirt.
Hungry?
Like the concept of being hungry? Hungry? Hippos?
Are you hungry?
What? What is she thinking? I take a moment to assess the current state of my stomach. Well, I guess I'm a bit peckish after walking around so much.
I can make something.
Huh? Moika's facing the floor, but I can see her eyes shyly looking up at me. Even looking directly into her eyes, I can't read Moika's thoughts. Guess she wants me to thank me for helping out? I accept her offer. I mean, she's going out of her way to be nice, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious as to what she's gonna make. The corners of Moika's mouth raise just slightly, as though she's happy at my response, and she cheerfully heads to the kitchen.
Holy shit, 2 emotions.
Wow! We're making so much progress today. I sit down in front of the round table and stretch out my legs. With the place looking presentable, I can finally relax just a little bit. Hearing the sounds of cooking from the kitchen and with nothing in particular to do, I aimlessly look around the room. Now that I finally have the chance to let it sink in, it dawns on me how unbelievably plain her place is. There's hardly any furniture at all, a round folding table for eating on, an old-looking chest, and a low table for doing work. Describing this place as lonely would be an understatement. It's just so cold. Despite how messy it all is, it just doesn't feel like someone actually lives here.
Anything you can't eat?
Yes, but not amongst stuff we generally eat.
Good answer.
Thank you. I feel like I needed to be careful here. No, not really.
Then you don't mind if I just use what I have?
Sure, do whatever works best for you.
Okay.
What is she planning on making? Until now, I never even considered the idea of Moika cooking food. This feels new! Pretty common in video games for there to be a scene where the heroine cooks the protagonist a meal. They tend to be really emotional moments. I can't even begin to count the number of times I've seen Daru collapsed in front of his PC from the Moe overload. The Moverload. Moe. Well, I'll think on it. But then there are also cases where the food is so bad that the protagonist nearly dies. The heroine then replies with something along the lines of, "No way, why? I worked so hard on it." Again, I can't count the number of times I've seen Daru collapse in front of his PC after a scene like this. I like the idea that Daru just has a really prodigious knowledge of visual novels. Just like, Daru has absolutely played Umaneko no Nako Koroni at this point, right?
Has Daru played Steins Gate?
Daru has absolutely played Steins Gate. I wonder which pattern Moeka is going to fall into. Oh, fuck off. I keep hitting a button on the controller, I'm sorry. As I try to predict the future, Moeka exits the kitchen. She's holding a tray in her hands. On top of the tray, I spot 2 delicious-smelling yakisoba uma cups. You never fail to surprise me, do you?
You don't like yakisoba uma?
Is it Uame or Uma, or
I don't know.
what if we looked at the tips list?
I want yakisoba now.
One of the most popular products produced by Nishoku Foods, the highest-selling instant yakisoba product in the world. The cooking process is simple. Pour hot water into the bowl, wait for 3 minutes, drain the water, and mix in the special sauce. Add mustard mayo for an extra kick.
Yeah.
No, I actually love it, but...
Then, here.
You know what? Thank you, Moeka. Yeah, I feel like we took a third option here and it was the best one. Grab one of the cups from Moeka and break my chopsticks in 2. I know what that means, but I'm just imagining Okabe taking food that's offered to him calmly, then taking the utensil and snapping them in half. I know what he means, but it just like, thanks.
Let's dig in.
For a brief period of time, the only sounds coming from this dumpy apartment are our slurping noises. You're not selling it. Where's the Foley work you're so known for? I thought you were the one who was all into Foley work. Wait a second, what the hell am I doing here at a time like this? As I glance at Moeka eating her yakisoba, I suddenly snap back to my senses. And then... clang, clang, clang. I hear the sounds of someone climbing up the stairs outside. They're trying to hide the sound of their footsteps given what time it is, but they're failing spectacularly. The moment she hears someone approaching, Moeka stands up, unusually flustered. What's wrong?
Hide.
What?
In the closet. Hurry.
Huh? Hey, wait! Still at a complete loss, I'm forcibly stuffed into the bottom section of her closet. Moeka grabs the yakisoba from my hands. Ugh.
Don't make noise.
Is she still meeting with the Rounders, then? No, because FB never met with her in person, right?
Yeah.
Moeka throws the rest of my belongings into the closet with me before shutting the door. Looks like I'll be sharing closet space with the futon Moeka always uses when she goes to bed. Surrounded by a sweet fragrance, Moeka's no doubt, and my head starts to spin. I need to stay focused. Now's not the time to morph into some Daru-like pervert. Finally realizing the situation I'm in, I can feel fear setting in. Don't worry, I live alone, my ass. I knew it. Kiryu Papa, name subject to change, or Kiryu boyfriend, name subject to change, is on their way. Whoever it is must be huge if we can hear their footsteps all the way from here. I'm screwed. Wait,
Did you just realize who it is?
is it? I don't remember him actually meeting with her in person until...
That's true, but what did we hear last episode?
What? It's been like a week. What did we hear last episode?
In this timeline, he's been basically like a father figure to her.
Right. That's correct. You were absolutely right about that. Yeah. If they find out that I'm here, even the immense magic power that burns in my right hand might not be enough to escape this nightmarish scenario. Nightmario. Got him.
There
I knew there was going to be a winner.
Yeah.
Ugh, Daru's the one that's supposed to end up locked in a closet somewhere, not me.
Trapped in the closet.
I wasn't going to do it. But I'm glad you did. Sweat pours down my brow, unrelated to the temperature or humidity, as I hold my breath. Hey, Moeka, you awake in there? From the other side of the door, I can hear a deep voice that screams, "Man who will murderize me if he finds me." There's no editorializing there. It literally says murderize. Their voice is that horrifying. In the darkness, I grab what I can only assume is a handkerchief of some kind. I wipe my brow with it. All right, so taking bets on what it... No? Do we need to? I think we know it. Okay. Doesn't take long before I'm immediately drenched in sweat again, so I grab it and... All right. The cold sweat just keeps pouring out of me.
Yeah, come on in.
I hear the apartment door creak open as Moeka responds to the mystery man, whose voice I haven't recognized yet. The murderizer exchanges some words with Moeka. I can then hear him stomp his way into the room. I swallow the air and attempt to peek into the room through a crack of the door. I heard CRT, pal.
I love the face on the CRT so much.
It's so it's like unhappy to be a CRT. Like being a CRT is painful, I guess. I hold one of the pieces of cloth to my mouth in an effort to keep myself from yelling. Yo, it's pretty clean in here. Mr. Braun. You have to be kidding me. How did this worst case scenario somehow get even worse? I sink further into the closet despite knowing that it'd provide me little protection from the beast on the other side. The more I move, the more of a mess Moeka's closet becomes. I now find myself covered in small pieces. We're really pushing this angle, huh?
Yeah.
Small pieces of cloth, many of which I just used to wipe away. Why does she have so many handkerchiefs? I take a closer look and... I immediately put my hand over my mouth to keep myself from screaming. My eyes having finally adjusted to the darkness, I get a good long look at what I thought were just handkerchiefs. Turns out I was very, very wrong. Turns out they're her microfiber pads for her glasses. You're not supposed to use that for other stuff. Gah! You just ruined a whole batch of them, Okabe. Damn it, Shining Finger. What are you doing just throwing your bras and panties in here? You're a woman, right? Put this stuff away. I hurriedly tossed away the panties in my hand, the very same ones I'd been using to cover my... Why is this the horniest route? Just... If nothing else, at least they're all clean. Ugh, this sucks. Damn it, this isn't the sort of situation a character like me should be in. This is Daru's territory. There, Moeka, this is for you. Mr. Braun sits down with a thud and places a plastic bag on the round table. The bag contains everything from meat to vegetables, a real treasure trove of foods. Sorry for dropping by so late. Tomorrow would have worked too, but for some reason I suddenly felt the need to see you.
Thanks.
So, you eating properly?
Yeah.
You sure you ain't just eating cup noodles and microwave junk?
No, I mean, yeah.
Liar, we were just eating yakisoba a minute ago. Of course, I'm in no position to chime in. How about work? Keeping you busy?
Yeah.
I see. Just don't push yourself, alright? Remember, work is something you do to stay alive. It starts digging into your health, that's putting the cart before the horse. That's really wise, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
You work... Yeah. You work to live, you don't live to work. This isn't the terrifying monster of a man that I'm familiar with. His eyes are the same as when he's talking to Nye. Hell, even his tone is much gentler. Mr. Braun did say he was Moeka's legal guardian. I guess he must drop by with food every so often. Mr. Braun's much more of a loving father than his face would suggest. Speaking of work, you're up to something with that guy, huh?
That guy?
Oh shit, what up? Okabe. Me? I nearly stuffed one of Moeka's undergarments into my mouth to keep myself from yelling, but managed to snap to my senses before making a fatal mistake. That was a close one.
Okabe-kun?
Yeah, I bumped into my part-timer in front of the station. She said that you and Okabe were, walking around together. Walking around places. Doing walking things. I see. Mr. Braun must have heard about the whole Rodicon thing from Sousa, huh? That's why he's here so late.
We aren't doing anything
Okay,
weird.
that's not strictly speaking true, but it's true enough.
Everything they did was weird.
Right? Yeah, I know that much. I trust you. And Okabe is, well, he's an irresponsible idiot, but still think he's a pretty decent man. Well, thanks to that idiot and his friends that you've changed so much. A lot more cheerful than you used to be.
I am.
Uh-huh.
I'm not so sure.
It's true, I'll tell you, you got a real good expression on your face whenever you're around him. Usually you're like neutral version number 87, but sometimes I've seen neutral to version number 86. It's basically the same, but the corners of your mouth are like, just like a 1/10 of a centimeter higher than usual.
So the secret finally comes out. We think we've seen Moeka completely expressionless while sending bubbly texts, but that's her smile. You don't want to see her not smiling.
Right.
Yeah.
Moeka looks down at the floor, preventing me from seeing her face. I've never seen you get bashful like that before.
Okabe-kun, the others, they're all very kind. It's fun being with them.
How the hell do I get this arm through my shirt sleeve?
I know, right?
Look at these pecs. I got like a D cup already.
You think you have problems? How does my shirt get on?
At least yours has a button in the front. I can kind of sort of understand the mechanics behind it, right? But like, look at this arm. How does this fit out of the sleeve? You tell me how you think that works. Do you think I button up my sleeve? Is that what you think? I gotcha. I'll keep them, all of them keep renting out that room. I'll look the other way when they start to cause trouble. Mr. Braun lets out a hearty laugh as he stands up. Anyway, as long as you're happy, I ain't got no complaints. I'm believing you. I'll be on my way.
Wait, I'll make tea.
Save it for next time. I left Nia asleep at home, so I want to get back.
Okay.
See you later. Mr. Braun heads to the door, vanishing from my line of sight. Moeka disappears after him. Alright, mind if I say one last thing?
Sure.
Moika, when you fall in love with a man, you need to make sure you tell him how you feel. You got it?
Uh-huh.
Men are pretty slow. We don't get things if you don't tell us. And also, you're not really good at expressing your emotions. That's not really like a judgmental thing. It's just kind of just who you are. That's fine, but you got to remember to work.
Proud of me. I had 2 whole emotions tonight.
2 whole emotions? Doing what?
It's a secret.
I am more worried than I was before. Especially that dummy. He's got no common sense when it comes to romance.
What are you talking about?
You like that idiot, don't you? That sussy baka? Tarot bang. I press my face into the pillow right behind me. Nothing else in here is usable to muffle out my scream. What did Mr. Braun just say? She likes that idiot? No, what he said was, she likes that sussy baka? Who is that sussy baka? What bakas do? Damn it. What idiots do I know? Right, there's Daru. I can't believe Moika has the hots for Daru. No, hold on. Something about that seems off. Moika and Daru are too much of a mismatch. Error. Human is
Mismatch.
Then that means Mayuri? I guess she could be a bit of a dummy in some ways. No, that's not it either. Mayuri's a girl. I don't think Moika swings that way. Does Moika swing anyway? My mind is racing in circles.
You're wrong.
Am I? I gotta say, you always look so happy whenever you talk about him. And I'm incapable of registering happiness between the sexes in any way other than romantically.
That's just...
Who'd have thought you looked so cute when you're embarrassed? Let's just leave it at that. I'll see you tomorrow. Mr. Braun laughs and closes the door behind him. I hear his heavy footsteps growing distant, and the apartment is suddenly filled with silence. It's almost like the quiet after a storm. I can hear Moika approaching the closet.
Okabe-kun, it's safe now.
Hey, I just thought I'd double back and see what is happening in there.
Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis? No, we're not going to do the whole thing. She says nervously as the sliding door opens up. I take an exaggerated breath of air and tumble out of the closet. If it's not clear, I'm trying to make it seem like I didn't hear the last part of their conversation. Oh, damn, that came out of nowhere. Didn't expect Mr. Braun to swing by. The fact that he didn't sense my presence at all was fortuitous for all of us. Mr. Braun and I had clashed. My cursed right hand would have likely activated. Who knows what sort of damage that would have caused. Whew. I wipe my sweaty face using my sleeve, trying to make this gesture as exaggerated as possible. Oh shit, you're having an emotion. What is it?
I'm sorry for hiding you in such a weird place.
Nah, you know what a weird place to hide me would have been?
What?
Right in the middle of the room. Hiding me in plain sight.
I'll think of that next time.
Huh? Nah! My entire body is covered with Moika's undergarments. Her underwear is all over me, and even the sleeve I used to wipe my sweat has a bra stuck to it. It looks huge, too. An F cup, maybe? Yeah, nah.
I have back pain.
I was gonna say, Moika, that's reasonable for Moika. Moika's design does seem like she would have immense back pain. I shake my entire body to try and get them off. I wasn't in there sniffing them or anything. Just so you know, just so we're perfectly clear on that.
It's fine. I washed those.
Of course you did. Ugh, I feel like the protagonist to a crappy manga. Anyway, I should leave now. Who knows what happens if Mr. Braun would come back.
Yeah.
I start feeling embarrassed. For many reasons, so I hurriedly gather my belongings and head to the door. But there's no sign of my shoes. Moika must have hidden them before Mr. Braun's raid.
Oh, your shoes are here.
Moika opens the refrigerator. There's almost nothing. Lol, got him.
I figured you'd appreciate a cold one for the road.
Only one of them?
The other one's in the microwave.
Moika opens the refrigerator. There's almost nothing inside, except for my shoes, which are now ice cold, by the way. Sure. You know what? Fine. Say the line, Vivian. Say the line, Vivian.
I cooled them so you wouldn't feel hot, my lord.
All right, now say except do shikun at the end instead of my lord. No reason, just no reason. Don't worry. Don't look too far. You know, we'll do this later on our own time.
Just kidding.
Quiet, monkey. Wait, what? Is that a reference? The nickname used to refer to Hideyoshi Toyotomi when he was still serving Nobunaga Oda. Nobunaga Oda. There was a famous story in which Hideyoshi gave Nobunaga a pair of sandals that he said he had warmed in his bosom, but that has been proven to have never occurred. Monkey. Category, monkey.
It seems tough to prove that didn't happen.
Yeah, actually, that does seem tough to prove.
How would you prove that some guy didn't warm up some sandals down his titties and give them to some other guy?
I mean, I do that every day. That's just like 4 p.m. time for my titty warming. Titty sandal warming.
I see.
The sandals are important.
I see.
Without the sandals, it doesn't count. In the midst of this sweltering night, I put my shoes on and march outside, my feet icy cold. Tomorrow, I guess today, can you come to practice?
Yeah, I can go a little before work.
Cool. We'll see you then.
Okay.
I wave and say goodbye to Moika and then start to make my way to the lab. Huh? An email.
Please, so about what happened back there, please don't worry about it, okay? Just forget it ever happened, Slime Man.
When I turn around, Moika's still standing at the bottom of her apartment stairs, looking at me. What is exactly she referring to? So much went down back there. Talking about her underwear, or... In the end, still confused, I reply to her. Back there? What are you talking about? So much happened that I'm not even sure what you're referring to. Also, check out my phone. It's got Luca's face on it.
Don't worry, it's not weird though.
It's not weird though.
Never mind. If you're not sure what I mean, then don't worry about it. Music note. Good night, Okabe-kun. Slime Man.
Yeah, all right then. All right, you should say so. When I tilt my head to the side, Moika makes a cute bye-bye gesture to me. Having never seen Moika behave like this before, I feel my heart skip a beat. Not out of like out of infatuation.
Fear.
It's more like out of fear. Like, oh God, what universe did I just step into?
Ratio.
Oh, we're gonna get ratioed. Dawn ratio. Is that what that said?
Yeah.
Nice. 2 weeks have passed since practice for the video contest started.
Time skip.
It skips a week though.
Time skipped.
It's fine. Don't be
I've
weird
never
about
skipped a week.
it. I have.
Wow.
Have I? I don't think I've ever been like. No. I'm thinking back to like the times when I've been like hospitalized or something, and it's never been like coma for the or something like that. So no, I haven't skipped a week.
Yeah.
Have you?
No.
Would you like to?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you know what? This week kind of sucks. Can we just...
This week kind of sucks. Just collapses into an unconscious state for however many hours.
There we go. Our dedication to practicing every day has started to pay off. We actually sound like we might be able to submit something. Emphasis on might. Moika, at least when it comes to singing, is beginning to make actual progress. However, singing solo really seems like too much for her. So after discussing it with everyone, we decided to have Mayuri step in as a secondary vocalist.
Mayushi's good at duets. When Fubuki-chan and I sing anime songs together, we always score 98 points at karaoke.
Fubuki-chan is one of Mayuri's cosplay friends. I've never met her. Never will! Never will we meet Fubuki-chan. Wait, we do see her in Zero, right?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure she's one. Yeah, because in Zero, we actually get introduced to a lot of Mayuri's extended friend circle. So. Fun! Sounds good to me. How about it, Shining Finger? Think that'll help?
Yeah, thanks, Sheena-san. No problem.
Mayuri gives her a big smile. Then, still smiling, she trots over to Moeka.
So, I'd be super happy if you started calling me Mayushi.
That's her chosen name.
We're friends, right? I'll call you Moe-san.
This is probably the first time anyone has ever said something like this to Moeka. She's as expressionless as always, but I can see a slight knit in her brow. Is she confused? Oh, that's not quite right. I catch her cheeks turning a faint red. She's just embarrassed. Huh, so this is how you can tell what's going through her mind. Gotten better at reading her.
Okay.
Moeka finally nods. We get so much worried Moeka this... oh man. Worried Moeka fans are eating well tonight. All right, let's put this thing together. And a 1, a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here we go.
What do you have? Need me hide. With everyone in the standby position, Daru hits his drumsticks. Nailed it.
That's the whole song,
That's the whole song. Moeka and Mayuri's twin vocals are way better than I could have imagined. If we had just done this from the start, there wouldn't have been any strange pressure on Moeka. We might actually be able to put together a submission video. I'm starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel. We just have to keep practicing. However, turns out Geddy Lee's a mad fucking talented bassist, and I just started like last week. The arrival of an unforeseen agent of chaos stops our rehearsal in the tracks. We hear heavy footsteps on the stairs. It's him. Make no mistake. These footsteps belong to the owner of the Brawn Tube Workshop. This is bad. Did we make too much noise playing all of our loud instruments? Sure, he gave us permission to practice, but if the neighbors complained, that'd be an entirely different issue. Everyone in the room exchanges nervous glances. Hey, pal, practicing with your band, huh? Mr. Braun slowly enters the room, then looks around at us with a sharp glint in his eyes. Lukaku lets out a breath that almost sounds like a scream.
Hey, Avas. Sorry, were we being too loud?
Suza is used to dealing with Mr. Braun, so she doesn't seem too freaked out over his presence. Well, you're in the middle of band practice. Of course you're going to make noise. Make sure you keep it down tonight. More importantly, Okabe, come with me for a minute. We need to talk man to man. Oh, what is it? I said come with me. We need to talk man to man. What's so hard about this? Are you not a man? Oh, are you not a man? That's fine. It's like I didn't know. Sure. You don't need to make it weird or anything, you know? Hurry up. Without waiting for my reply, Mr. Braun stomps back down the stairs. What could he possibly want to talk to me about? Oh god, is he gonna raise the rent? Crap, I have to stop him!
Mayushi believes in you, Okarin.
Go kick some butt, yeah?
The fate of our lab depends on this battle.
Don't worry, I'll take care of the funeral arrangements.
Kurzu's just here to be sardonic. I love it.
No, please don't die, Kyoma-san.
Everyone seems to have the same idea of what's about to go down, seeing me off like a soldier going to war.
I'll go too.
I can go with you if you want.
Moeka and Suzuha are being considerate, but I feel that going with a group to talk about this would only sour Mr. Braun's mood. So I decide to head to the front lines alone. Armed only with my bayonet. There's nothing it's attached to, it's just a bayonet. Kind of like a sharp pointy thing I hold in my hand now. I'm here, Mr. Braun. When I enter the Braun Tube workshop, the man of the hour is in the middle of the rummaging through the stuff in his desk. Hey, grab a controller. Who you mean? I'm playing Falco. Yo, have a seat. All right. There's a single round chair squeezed between all the Braun Tube TVs. This almost looks like an interrogation room. I reluctantly take a seat. What's about to happen? What's he going to say to me? How are things going to go down? My heart is racing a mile a minute. However, I do my best to mask my panic as I kick things off. So, what do you need?
Gee, that sounded really normal.
This is me we're talking about. If I sounded normal, you'd be suspicious. The other night, you were in Moeka's room, weren't you? What? My voice jumped up 3 octaves. I can feel myself going pale, the blood draining from my body at the speed of light. What are you talking about? I knew it. Mr. Interrogator takes a folded up piece of paper and an envelope from his desk and stands imposingly in front of me. I could smell a man in that room, not to mention there were 2 cups of yakisoba, 2 pairs of chopsticks in the trash can. Also, there was a pair of shoes in the refrigerator. That's not normally where she keeps her shoes. Shining finger, whatever happened to cleaning up the evidence? You can't say for sure that it was me. That's why I'm grilling you right now. Ain't that right, boy? Mr. Executioner places his enormous hand on my shoulder with a thud and narrows one of his eyes. This is bad. He might really end up killing me. The tremble and fear in Mr. Executioner's eyes sharpen and he gruffly asks, So, how far'd you go? What? I mean, it's like 20 minutes by the subway? What do you mean, how far? You know how it goes, right? There's the little first base, second base thing. What? I nearly fall off the chair. Wait a minute, please. Shiny finger, I like in a relationship like that. I only went to her room for work. I haven't done anything bad, I swear. Please don't kill me. Is that so? It is. I didn't mean to cover myself in her underwear. It was all just a bad accident. Nah. Mr. Braun suddenly lets out a heavy sigh. I figured nothing happened, especially considering how you and Moeka are. You two could be the last 2 humans on Earth and you still wouldn't figure it out. Oh, you're hopeless. He holds the envelope out to me. Here, take it. What is this? I got it from the neighborhood association yesterday. I cautiously open it. Inside is a pair of movie tickets. I would have taken 9 if it was a kid's movie, but what am I supposed to do with this? As I sit there confused, Mr. Braun thrusts another piece of paper at me. Be grateful, I went out of my way to make this for you. What is it? Open it. Alright. Everything about this screams suspicious. I was expecting the man that beast to scream, "How dare you deflower Moeka," before ripping me to shreds or something, but I'm certainly relieved that hasn't happened yet, but I still can't help but be on guard as I unfold the paper and look at its contents. Perfect date plan and points of note. Movie theater, 9 p.m. When buying drinks and snacks, don't even think of splitting the... No matter how boring the movie is, sleep and I'll hit you. The movie ends, and here are your thoughts and... Perfect date plan and points of notice. My brain can't catch up with reality. How come this is the most normal of the routes so far?
8 simple rules for dating my daughter.
Right? Jesus Christ. With Luca's route, we had to fight imaginary dragons. With Ferris, we had to do like all this big like city level, you know, zoning intrigue stuff. And now we're just like, yeah, here's how you go on a date with someone. You fucko. You absolute buffoon. Man, this really brings me back. Enjoy your youth, boy. Mr. Braun gazes off into the distance. Meanwhile, all I can do is sit there with my jaw hanging low. Anyway, keep your schedule open this Sunday. I'll contact Moeka. Wait. Hold on a second. What? What now? Stop yelling so much. Why are you doing that? You alright there? Need a glass of water? Maybe an aspirin? I'm yelling because you're talking like a crazy man. Excuse me? I mean, think about it. Why do Shining Finger and I have to go on a... What, you're saying you don't want... You saying my girl's not good enough for you? I love how half these lines end with question marks. Mr. Braun roars like a bear assaulting its prey. His muscular body looks like it's grown several times larger, causing me to jump in my chair. You get to go out on a date with a real beauty like her. What's not to like, huh? A beauty like her. He's not wrong, but isn't he just a wee bit biased considering their relationship? I'd be murdered on the spot if I said that, though, so we're not going to say that. Hold on, let's just think about this, Mr. Braun. We have to consider her feelings, right? Let's say I'm all in on this. There's no telling how Shining Finger is going to react to... I wouldn't worry about that, pal. She might not even realize it herself, but I know she's fond of you. I'm sure she would be more than happy to go out with you. Really? I'm reminded of what Mr. Braun said back at Moeka's place. Moeka likes me. Could that really be the case? Hey, Okabe. Moeka's, well... she's that kind of person. And I know you're the same. If you both keep running in place, nothing's ever gonna happen. So do me a solid and go out with her, even if it's just this one time. I'm begging you. Actually, you know what? Bro Tenoji just seeing two people sitting there pining at each other and spinning their wheels forever be like, oh, fucking hell. Just... All right, dipshits, here's how it's gonna be.
Wingman dad.
Wingman and dad man. Mr. Braun suddenly bows his head down to me. I actually fall out of my chair from shock this time. True, Moeka ain't the most sociable. And she sure don't act cute. Honestly, she's kind of a weirdo. A little bit fucked up. But you have to be to work here. But she's a good girl. Even you understand that, right? Right? Of course I do. I get it. So please raise your head, Mr. Braun. I stagger back up to my chair. Seeing Mr. Braun like this really throws me off. I think I prefer it when he's yelling at me. All right. Look, she had a pretty rough upbringing. Before I became her guardian, a lot of things happened. Let's just not worry about that. That's why she's like this now. She has issues talking to other people, and she's bad at expressing her feelings. The kind of person who made her. Mr. Braun looks up at the ceiling and lets out a long sigh. Probably thinking of Moeka up in the lab. I remember what she said to me before.
In the past, I started hating everything. I didn't see a reason to keep living. When I thought about just dying, Mr. Tenoji, he was so kind to me. He saved me.
This whole arc is just rebuild of Moeka. When I first met her, she was a lot worse than she is now. It was like she had lost all of her emotion. No, it was more like A little different from that. It's like she was empty from the start. Like she would cower in place without moving. She somehow finally managed to start out living a relatively normal life, but even after she began going to work, she never really opened her heart to anybody. It's hard watching her go on like that. And just then, Mr. Braun's eyes look like they're shining. Even an ogre can shed tears. Hey, people will say many things about Mr. Braun. They will never say that he does not care for his daughter. So regardless of the reason, the fact that she invited a man into her own room, well, nothing short of a miracle. Not wrong, am I? Slowly but surely, she's starting to change. Ever since she started hanging around with you guys. That's why, please, I want you to open her heart. Just like that song about that little blue Sonic man. The little blue hedgehog, you know him. Open her heart from Sonic Adventure. No? Should play it sometime. It's a good game. Nye loves it. As her foster dad, I beg you. Mr. Braun once again bows his head to me. Mr. Braun. I stand up and slip in the movie tickets and kind of unnecessary memo into my pocket. I don't know if I'm capable of doing something as grand as opening someone's heart, but I won't abandon her. She is my friend. Thank you. And I mean that. That being said, the romance is something else entirely. Don't get the wrong idea. I got it. Tell you this though, if I were 10 years younger, I definitely wouldn't let go of a great woman like her. I'm telling you, you're just biased because you're her dad. Obviously, I don't say that part aloud, though. Thanks, Okabe. That's all I wanted to say. You can go back now. All right. Later. I turn around and start to exit the Braun Tube workshop. But just before I make it out, I hear a voice from behind me. All right, one more thing. Huh? When you go on your date, you better dress up. If you embarrass Moeka, you'll bet your ass I'm gonna knock you out. I give him a pained smile. I'll do my best. Oh, good dad Tenoji. Oh man, the Tenoji family dynamic is very, very interesting. Actually, I do like him. But on Sundays, cinema complexes are packed with families and couples. Remember those things? Neither do I. Cinema complex. Oh man. So, how long? Did you ever go to like a big theater complex anywhere?
How do you mean big?
I'm trying to think of like the size we have the size of the ones we have up in here in Vermontia. Like I remember when I was growing up, I went to like a 6-screen place. And that was like the hot shit. And then there's one that opened down near where you lived, and there was like what, 12 or something?
Probably.
And it was like, damn, that's huge. Apparently they get bigger. As long.
Can they show bigger movies then?
So. All right, moving briskly along. They happily purchase their refreshments in the lobby before heading to their screen of choice. Not like me, though. I know better. I bring in my own food. The people checking your bags are just underpaid, workers. They don't care. They're not here to give you a hard time. They're here to take a paycheck and go about their day. You don't fuck with them, they don't fuck with you.
God, I want popcorn now.
You literally went grocery shopping.
I did.
And didn't buy popcorn.
I didn't.
You were talking about wanting popcorn all last week.
I was. I've wanted popcorn for several days now.
And you just purchased an ungodly amount of groceries.
My actions and my will are not connected to one another.
That's stressful if true. And mixed in with all those happy people. Moeka and I are looking around nervously. We stick out like a sore thumb. Right, this is like 2010, right? Or so? 2010 when Steins Gate takes place?
I don't remember.
What movies were in theater around then?
No idea.
God, you know what was?
What?
This is gonna suck when you hear it.
Yeah?
The Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's been around that long?
Yeah. Movies like Iron Man and the Hulk started coming out when we were in high school.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
It's just, that's been what movies have been like for the past 10 years.
That sucks.
That's so fucking terrifying to think about. Ugh. My first time coming to a place like this, much less on a date, and I have absolutely no idea what to do. Just to be safe, I checked the perfect date plan and points of note concerning cinemas. Memo that Mr. Braun gave me. When buying drinks and snacks, you treat. Don't even think of splitting the bill. No matter how boring the movie is, don't sleep. If you sleep, I'll fucking hit you. When the movie ends, talk about your thoughts in a fun way. This thing is useless. It's all useless. As I internally curse Mr. Braun, Moika sends me an email.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Tenoji-san can be pretty hard-headed once he settles on something. Slime man.
No, I didn't come here unwillingly. Seriously, don't worry about it.
Eh?
In a rare moment for her, Moika wears her feelings on her face. Sorry, you had to go, eh? Whether out of surprise or confusion, her eyes blink rapidly behind her glasses. Wait. Morse code. SOS? Oh, hey! Rude. Her deep amber-colored eyes stare right at me. I immediately start walking to hide my own embarrassment. Come on, the movie's gonna start. Let's get inside.
Oh, okay.
Moika and I enter the theater and sit down in a pair of seats that just happen to be open.
Wow, cool penguin.
What the fuck is this?
It's a cool penguin is what the fuck it is.
What the fuck is this? It's a cool penguin. Yeah.
Why don't I have a cool penguin?
You can if you want to.
I can?
You have a penguin. You have a stuffed penguin. You could be holding that stuffed penguin while we record right now, and you just chose not to. This is what you've chosen to do with your life. I wonder if this is a reference to anything in particular. The film is a romance. That said, the story doesn't just blindly focus on the romantic elements. There are plenty of funny and sad moments, making it the perfect date flick. The lead is an actress popular in women's magazines, and actually she kind of looks like Moika. When said actress embraces the man she loves while in bed with him, the two begin to whisper sweet nothings to one another. This is starting to get a little bit awkward. Feeling the need to cool off, I reach for my drink. Moika just happens to do so at the same time, and our hands gently touch. Sorry. Just in general.
It's fine.
We both hurriedly pull our hands back. I wonder if these are reused from something, because there's no way they drew 2 CGs just for this scene.
They absolutely did.
Hey, wait a second, are we in a middle school couple or something? While reflecting on my own inability to romantically woo this lady beside me, the spot on my hand that touched hers feels oddly warm. What am I supposed to do? The concept of a date doesn't even exist within the perfect framework that is Ho and Kiyoma's mind. Ho and Kiyoma, disaster asexual. Disaster aromantic. No? Come back to me.
Disaster. Ho and Kiyoma. Disaster.
Ho and Kiyoma. Disaster.
There we go. Nailed it. Got it in 3.
Tension-filled 2 hours fly by. Wow, I don't remember the girl who leapt through time being like that. Oh, yo! Moika drinking coffee!
Moika being sad at coffee.
I'm always sad, and I always have coffee. Wow, I've never felt myself more represented in a video game. After the movie, there's a stylish little cafe in the lobby, so we decided to have coffee. Can't really say I've seen too many romance flicks, but that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it'll be a good point of reference for my novel.
Oh shit, yeah, because like she's writing her own romance. So she's like doing, it's like market research, like what is popular. They're like, well, how can I integrate that into, that's a good angle. That's a good angle. Oh, you mean that cell phone novel, yeah? I think you mentioned it. That's a romance story, isn't it?
Yep.
And on top of that, it's really popular among girls, right?
I guess.
How do you write the date scenes? According to Mr. Braun, Moika has about as much romance experience as I do, so how is she writing that sort of stuff?
Intuition.
Intuition? Moika, do you have an AO3 account?
Yeah, I just kind of figure it out. I visualize what would happen.
I see. Considering the praise she receives from readers, she must be one hell of a talented writer. Putting Kurzu aside, who seems to just be in love with the idea of love itself, Mayuri, Lukako, and Ferris all said it was a really good read. You must be really talented, Shining Finger. I hear that novel of yours has been selling like hotcakes.
But not so much lately. I've got writer's block. I'm having some trouble. The story's gotten super serious, but I'm not sure how to wrap it all up. Slime Man.
Huh, I guess things must be rough. What's the story about? Sorry for asking, but I've never read it myself, so...
A simple synopsis. The protagonist is kind of traumatized. She thinks that nobody needs her. At first, she's kind of an introvert. Slime Man.
She's kind of an introvert slime man? Wow.
Then she meets a guy at work and falls in love. For the first time in her life, she feels like somebody needs her. Slime Man. And so she gradually becomes more cheerful and outgoing. That's the main story. Slime Man.
I see. Pretty orthodox overall, but it sounds like a nice little tale.
The problem is that around the point when the protagonist is trying to get back on her feet, she says this to the voice she loves. People are able to live their lives because they're needed by others. If no one needs them, what point is there in living? Nobody needs me. The boy...
Moika with that big major depression.
The boy desperately wants to tell her that that's not true, but I just can't think of the right line for him. What can he say that'd help her stand on her own 2 feet?
As I read Moika's text, I find myself nodding. Yeah, this is a toughie. The more you try to polish the text with cool lines or rhetorical flourishes, the larger the chance that the reader can't follow the story. Let's see. I think at times like this, it's better to just get straight to the... I raise my eyes from my cell phone screen to speak directly at Moika. And... Moika's gaze is pointed directly behind me. What's up? Moika frantically turns her eyes back to me.
Don't worry about it.
Out of curiosity, I turn around, and there I see a family happily walking through the lobby. A young girl, maybe an elementary school student, smiling as she holds hands with her mother and father. It seems as though Moika was watching them. And then suddenly I can hear Mr. Braun's words in the back of my head. Gay! Gay! Homosexual! Gay! Look, she had a pretty rough upbringing. Before he became her guardian, a lot of shit happened.
What is it?
Nothing. I grab my coffee off the table and gulp it down. I definitely just burned my tongue. It's gonna suck when it starts to peel. We should get going. Let's see. Curse you, Mr. Braun. Where do you want us to go next? I look at the aforementioned useless memo. Listed on it are a host of different locations like Hakajima and Odaiba, among others. The most cliched date spots you could think of, along with the transportation needed to reach them. Just as Mr. Braun instructed, we end up visiting a handful of different spots. This goes without saying, but all the popular places are jam-packed with visitors. It is the summer after all. Man, I don't know. Just even back in high school, I was never like a big fan of like the kind of date where you go out and do a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like the times I've been really enjoyed going out with someone, and I remember our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Remember what we did on our honeymoon?
I do.
We museum hopped for a fucking week, and it was great.
It was.
That was the best fucking time.
I took so many extremely cringe selfies in front of historical artifacts.
You did. That is just a fact. I'm glad that...
Now everyone knows that's a hobby I have.
What are you going to do now known as cringe selfie girl? I say girl like you're not 30. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. This goes without saying, but all the popular places are jam-packed with visitors. It is the summer after all. I'm trying to think of every date I went on in high school, and it was always like movies or dinner or walk around aimlessly. Most of them sucked. In the end, I could no longer tell whether we were on a date or if we had just been tossed into some life or death survival game. It was time to give up. Want to play Smash Bros?
Yeah.
Who do you main? You had 26 options here and you picked none of them. After barely escaping a date spot with our lives, we decided to swing by an arcade in Akiba, play some games, and grab dinner at a restaurant near the station. Now this is relaxing.
Agreed. Today was...
Huh? Moika tries to say something. But the second I look up at her, she goes quiet and reaches for her cell phone.
I had fun. Thanks for today. I had a blast. I think I'm starting to fall for you, Okabe-kun. Slime Man.
Interrobang? I think back to what Mr. Braun said about her liking me, and my heart skips a beat. That's too many beats it skipped.
You should see a cardiologist.
Oh god, I'm going into cardiac arrest. However, reacting to this would look super, super terrible, so I try my best to respond coolly. No, I had a great time as well.
Could you stop calling me Shining Finger? It's super uncute. Slime Man.
No. No, you can't. No. Okabe's nicknames are... They're a rare and precious gift. And then what should I call you? Ah, that's right. Where she's turning off to the side to text, but then looking at... God.
That's a good
I do not
sprite.
like the new Moeka sprite.
I like that sprite a lot. That might be my new profile pic.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, it'd be nice if you called me Moeka. Music note. Slime Man.
Thought you were going to say Slime Man. What? I couldn't do something embarrassing like call you Slime Man.
But you called Shina-san Mayuri, right? Slime Man.
That's because we've literally been friends since we were kids.
You're all upset now, Slime Man.
Damn her. Can't tell if she's serious or if she's trying to mess with my head. Try to get a read on her intentions by looking at her face, but she quickly turns away.
Then I'm gonna get going, okay? Thank you so much for today, Slime Man. P.S. We're gonna be recording our performance soon, right? I'm gonna give it my all. I want to make something awesome with everyone.
After sending me another email, she waves at me. Moika starts to walk in the direction of her apartment. Then after putting a little distance between the two of us, she sends me another email.
Oh, and I'll tell Tenoji-san that the date was super boring and that you're totally not into me at all. I think he'll understand. Anyway, bye-bye, Slime Man.
I quietly watch as Moika disappears into the distance. I finally make up my mind and type a response. Well, I wouldn't mind accompanying you to the movies every now and then, Shining Finger. Just keep in mind, it wouldn't be a date or anything as mainstream lol as that. It'd be as research for your novel. Don't get the wrong idea. Send. Haha, got him. Totally believable. Takes a moment. I noticed Moeka turn around in the distance, presumably because my email reached her. She's too far away for me to see her face, but I think she's looking my way. As throngs of people at the station come to and fro, two of us simply stand there, looking at each other. And then finally, after her usual slight hand wave, Moeka disappears into the sea of pedestrians. All right, who hit the symbol? The sounds of nervous gulping fill the air. In front of us is the digital video camera that we borrowed from Lukako's family. Oh my god. Remember when you had to have like an actual camcorder unit or something like that?
Yeah.
People take a video on their phone these days. Right back in my day, we had a whole video camera that you had to put a VHS tape into whenever you wanted to record. Of course, it's the latest model. Lukako's father bought it so that he could record every minute and second of his beautiful Lukako's growth. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of glad that we did have the era of the crappy VHS and camcorder stuff, because without that, a whole lot of found footage horror just wouldn't exist.
I was thinking a completely different thing, which was without that, there would be a whole lot more documentation of my life that I would cringe at for much longer. Oof. Now it's thankfully lost to time.
Oof. So what do you guys think?
Pretty good, right? Yeah, Mayushi thinks that was fine.
The submission deadline for Nico Nia's We Tried to Perform Our Favorite Anime Song contest is today. Too bad we performed a Rush song instead of an anime song. In fact, the deadline's just an hour away. Mr. Braun warned us against making noise at night, but we don't have the luxury of worrying about that right now. As much as we love to give it another 20 tries, we just don't have any time. It's do or die.
How are we looking on time?
We've got about 20 minutes.
I still need to copy the data to the PC and edit it. This is going to be down to the wire.
God. Daru takes the storage card out from the video camera and runs to the computer. He pushes it into the slot, then frantically starts operating the mouse. Daru, let me check it over.
We don't got the time for that.
Daru's fidgeting intensely, waiting for the data to finish transferring to the computer. Still...
Creating the file comes first, Okabe. It's not like looking it over will change anything. We only have one take.
Good point. She's right. As much as it pains me to admit it, this is the only take that we have where nobody made any mistakes. Regardless of the quality, we need to use it. Alright, fine. I'm counting on you, Daru.
Okie dokie.
After a little while, the video data finally finishes copying to the PC.
Good. Now I just gotta...
He opens the editing software and cuts off the useless chunks of footage from before and after the performance, plugs in the title screen and the other bits he prepared beforehand, then finally he exports it as a single complete file.
All right, it's done.
Great!
We sure cut it close. 10 minutes on the clock.
Nice, we have time to watch it once before sending it off.
Gee, wow, I sure sounded like Ocarina there for a moment.
Shit, sorry, who was that? Oh, sorry, Kurisu. Sorry, Kurisu. I didn't mean to take your line.
The chip must be malfunctioning.
Gah! Do you have that in my head in every timeline?
I'll get ready to up it while you guys watch.
We're just gonna... No one's gonna react to the fact that Kurisu put a chip in my head. No one.
Is this surprising to you?
Yes! Is it not surprising to you? Do you have a chip in your head too?
No.
Kurisu?
No?
Why does it sound like you might have forgotten? Why does that sound like the kind of thing you might have done and forgotten about? Alright. Come on, Shiny Finger. Get on over here.
Okay.
Get over here! Moeka stands next to me and looks at the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see how it came out, yeah?
Pastor Daru-kun. Mayushi, could you say that again? This time in a more embarrassed tone.
Faster, Daru-kun?
Just play the video, you damn pervert. All right.
Daru clicks on the file and the video begins to play. To be completely honest, we're super bad. There's literally no way that we'll be able to win the prize money with a performance like this. The dream is dead. But quite frankly, nobody here really cares about the money anymore. I mean, sure, we sound terrible, but we all look like we're having a blast. Especially Moeka, she's doing her very best to sing out loud. Mayuri's giving it her all as her backup. All the other lab members are performing their hearts out, trying to elevate the vocalists as much as they can. And yeah, from time to time, Kurisu and I glare at each other after clashing sounds. But everyone just looks so alive. Yeah, that's all that matters. As far as I'm concerned, this operation is a success. The performance finally comes to an end. The peanut gallery can't help but voice their surprise and awe. Mayuri and Ferris start clapping their hands in applause.
Wow, that was amazing.
Well, the performance was kind of, but everyone was having fun, so it's fine, yeah?
True enough. Let's just say it turned out okay.
Kurisu flashes us a somewhat strained smile.
And hey, after all said and done, the bass sounded so awesome. It's totally worth listening to.
Nah, paled in comparison to the guitar part.
Ha ha ha.
Kyoma-san, Makise-san, there's no need to fight. Let's all get along.
Just like Okabe and Kurisu just getting angrily complimenting each other's playing. Ah!
All right, that's that. I'll up the video now.
Your guitar tones are so good, they piss me off. With everything on the submission page filled out, the time has finally come to submit it to Nico Nia. Do it.
Then I'll just click here.
Daru's finger moves to click the mouse, but then Moeka grabs Daru's hand and stops him.
Huh?
Shining finger.
Wait.
Well, what's wrong? What is it? Moeka's quietly muttering something. I bring my ear closer to her mouth.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. What's wrong? While we were busy talking about how the video came out, Moeka had just stood there in silence. It's not particularly rare for her, so I paid it no mind, but there's clearly something wrong with her. Her face is paler than usual, and she's biting her lip, trembling. The area between her eyebrows is furrowed just slightly.
After watching, I realized.
Huh?
There's a mistake.
Where?
My lyrics. I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
The first time ever, I see Moeka Kiryu shed tears before my very eyes. Well, friendship and old.
See you tomorrow. Good night, Kyoma-san.
Nighty-night, yeah?
Good night.
Yeah, be safe on the way home. The lab members start leaving all in small groups.
Hey, Mayuri, is there still a train running to your place? Want to stay with me for the night?
Are you sure?
Yeah, no worries.
Kurisu and Mayuri just becoming like normal friends now. I was concerned.
There's always been, they've always interacted really well throughout all of Steins Gate from the very beginning.
Yeah, you know what? Kurisu's just like, yeah, Mayuri, you don't deserve any of this shit.
Yeah. Okabe's being a massive dickhead. Daru's really weird.
Yep.
You're fine. You're great.
I was concerned that Mayuri might miss the last train, but if she's going to stay with Kurisu, she'll be fine. Of course, Daru and I will be staying at the lab. As for Moeka, I wonder what she's up to. With all that had happened, we decided not to upload the video. There's no time to do a retake. Some of the lab members proposed that a tiny mistake in the lyrics wasn't a big deal, but in the end we opted not to send it in. Moeka hung her head in shame the entire time. When the submission deadline finally passed, she bowed to her head and apologized before running out of the lab. We tried to tell her not to beat herself up over it, that we just do it better next time, but our words could no longer reach her. We were all worried about Moeka, but none of us could find the words necessary to comfort her. Just gonna stare at the Luca picture on my phone and take out my cell phone and shoot her an email. Did you get home all right? Or did you make it home without any problems? Make sure you eat. We'd spent the entire day filming, and Moeka was so nervous that she barely ate. She's too depressed to eat. She might end up collapsing from fatigue. I wait to hear back from her while staring at Luca's face. But there's no reply at all. There's no reply from the queen of texting, Shining Finger. On any other day, it'd only take seconds before I get a barrage of replies from her. Whoa. Hold on now. What's wrong, Shining Finger? I'm starting to get really concerned. I sent another email. Are you at home? Get back to me. But again, there's no response. Hey, where are you? Are you not at home? Sorry, I was in the shower. Slime man. Say something. Why won't you reply to me? In a panic, I sent a barrage of emails. Hey, Shining Finger, just get back to me. Got it? But no matter how many I send, there's no reply. Damn it. I'm beside myself with worry. I run into the lab, inform Daru of the situation, and immediately head out into the city. And we'll have to see what happens.
Next time?
Next slime.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming, did you?
I didn't.
Yeah, we'll see you all then. Have a good one, eh?
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.